What is up, guys? How's it going? I'm Ben, and this is KameTrick. We're back with another live stream. You're watching the channel where we combine and bridge the gap between sim drifting and real-life drifting. Of course, our real-life drifting season is over, and so we're doing a lot more sim drifting right now, but they are both on the channel here. Oh, I had a little bit of technical difficulty with the triple monitors. I'm still working on getting the stream set up for that, so sorry that I'm a little bit late. But we're going to switch over and see if the display looks remotely adequate. Yeah, so we're still not seeing the full size there, but it's getting there. I'm struggling a little bit with Streamlabs on this one. It's just not wanting to behave for me. So again, rather than delay the stream, I will work on it a little bit more over the holiday break, which we have coming up. Jordan Daniel, oh shit, here we go again. Welcome back to the stream. Jake Alexander, what is up, dude? We are ready to send it. Get audio popping in here. We are actually visiting a guest server tonight. This is the Spirit JP Drift series. This is a real-life drift series as well. And I am not at all familiar with the track, although I've seen a few videos of it. So for those of you who are in Spirit, shout out. We are here to crash the party for just a little bit. But, like I said, I do not know the track, so we're going to figure it out. We're in a weird mix of Tando Buddies and WDT street cars. I'm not sure how well those will drive together. But I can tell you that I'm in a WDT Street 8E86. And I'm just going to follow the traffic here. See if I can't get a handle on what exactly we are up to. So everybody is sending it up against the wall. And then hucking it out wide around this turn. 2 turns. And then I think they're pretty much not really drifting this part. I'm not sure. I should probably go up to 3rd here once I figure out how the track actually works. Oh. I guess we come up here. And then we scrape against the wall. Something like that. I definitely got those tires. Oh. And that's as far as we made it, so not really sure. Crazy Customs, hey, what is up? Welcome back to the stream. Sim Invader, how you doing? What up? Can't join you tonight. Pedals took a dump. Oh no! Well, at least you've got the Fanatec V3s on the way. That's what I'm using right here, and I really enjoy them. They're a nice bit of kit. Jake says, just got home from looking at a potential drift car, but it was pretty rough, so I passed up on it. What kind of car was it? That's always fun. I'm just gonna move a few things my setup here. C texted, what is up, dude? Welcome back. Wild Racing, hey, what cars are you using? So today we are in the street cars and skipped frames already, that sucks, and the Tando Buddies. And you guys will have to let me know how healthy the stream is looking. I've got a couple of skipped frames already, which is not what I usually see here, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but we shall figure it out. Turn on driver names so that I get a clue who's who here. Follow Duza and see if this makes any sense. I kind of get the impression that the crew's gonna... Oh, a little wall tap, that was sweet. The crew's just going... Oh shit. Just going to ignore whatever the track layout is. Wow, sent it. I get the impression that we're supposed to get up close to here. Dive in there. I did not carry enough speed at all. It's funny, the simplest tracks are incredibly difficult for me to do well on. Especially non-road courses. I have a difficult time seeing the layout of the track. Not in real life, really, but in Sim I just have a difficult time understanding what the hell I'm supposed to do. And judging, like, how wide the track is. Too wide. And then I assume we're supposed to drift this in some way, shape, or form and not just ignore it like a good number of folks have been doing. So I'm going to try to actually read the track. Make a guess. Oh, so many clutch kicks in this 8.6. It's not my chassis of specialty, even though I have drifted them before and I used to own one. Oh gosh, how that hurt my hand. Oh, and I got nudged. I was wanting to try out this 8.6, but I think I'm going to go to something with a little bit more oomph while I get accustomed to this setup. So we'll give you guys something fun to look at. This is the part where I forget to change it later. And let's use the Toyota Mark II JZX90 from WDT Street. Crazy Customs, is this joinable? Yes, absolutely. We are on the Spirit JP Drifting Series server. So search for official Spirit JP Drift Series 24/7 Drift server, and you'll be able to find it. Jake, what is up? New Edge Mustang GT. Okay, right on. Hot Boy, that is the server name. Sorry, Spirit JP Drift Series. Texted says, my pedals are not existed because I'm broke. I hear you, dude. We all have to get there eventually. All right, on Jake. Yeah, I bet that in Michigan, especially, all the 240s you find are going to be rotted out pretty bad. Remo, what is up? Thank you for your help earlier. Remo was helping me attempt to get my triples to display properly on stream tonight, and I tried some things that seemed like they should have been harmless, but I couldn't. I was experiencing difficulty, we'll say, getting it to go back to the way that it was, which is serviceable, even though you can't really see jack crap. But Rema helped me out, so thank you for that, my dude. Extra Bingo 10, hey, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Thanks to you for coming by. See, you texted someone should swap the front of the Hachiroku to the front end of the 240SX. Some would say that's blasphemy, but it is certainly an option. Alright, let's see. So we're on a JZX90. A little bit more power than the 8.6. Make sure I don't get obliterated. Oh. Well, I was trying to check the track map while I was blinded. Although honestly the track map is so small I can't even see anything, so it's not particularly useful. Ooh, this thing slides a fair bit farther than the 8.6 does. So we're just gonna... Ooh man, it really does slide. That's weird. Just gonna experiment for a little bit. See what we end up with. Man, if you actually follow the lines of the track, you go incredibly slowly. Which, like, I'm down for that. But I don't get the impression that everybody on with us is necessarily trying to do all that. I know. I saw you. I just figured I'd give you a little hello bump. Not really sure if I'm supposed to be apexing those super tight or what. Oh. Man, this is crazy. Did you know that the Firebird GTA looks like an RX-7 FC? I have actually thought that before. Crazy world. I'm turning my force feedback up for the first time ever. Crazy Customs server name is Spirit JP 24/7 Drift. This is an actual real-life drift circuit. Well, circuit is not the word. A track. Real-life drift track. Which is pretty cool. But I definitely feel like we are not doing it justice right at the moment. Do we just stay in second? Do we go up to third? God damn, this car has a terrible push. And the back just doesn't grip. I like most of the WDT street cars, but this one, I mean, it's too early to say that I hate it, but it drives so differently than the ones that I like the best. And I feel like I'm just on ice. To be fair, I haven't adjusted the settings at all. So, it could be, but... actually having to concentrate to the point that I'm not talking anymore. But I will in a second. I just feel like I need to beat this track up. Woo! Gnarly! Just a little bit. And then figure out, oh no, what the hell I'm doing. Wow. What a wild place. Wild Racing, what's up, man? What's the time where I'm at? It's like 9:45-ish, almost 10 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, we're going around. Drift Tax is crazy. Believe it. Hot Boy, you're gonna have to Google search it, man. That's what I did. Assetto Corsa Spirit Drift Series, or Spirit Drift Track. Jordan with the best question of all. Is there any difference between drifting in real life and in Assetto Corsa? Cody, I did manage to get a wall tap. Yes, there absolutely are differences. You can learn a lot, and the less you know, the more you stand to gain. At least have some sweet tandems going on, which I'm not going to partake in because my shit is too slow. And because of this god-awful push and understeer. how everybody just ignores that turn. I think it's probably the right call for running big trains like they're trying to. Oh, I'm spinning it out. Not a fan of this car. We're switching cars. I'm done with this bullshit. Today's kind of a casual stream. We're going to be doing whatever it takes to have some fun. Oh, it's the only car that that is available. That's highly unfortunate. So I might just be going to another server, depending on how that goes. We shall see. MWM Matt, what is up? Welcome back. Matt says, I just got a gaming PC a couple days ago for AC, and I've been loving every second of it. Heck yeah. The fact that I can go from drifting Oi Futo Wharf to cruising on a Diablo and an Italian backroad is outstanding. It really is. It's pretty nice stuff. Noah, what is up, dude? Good to see you. Good evening. How was your week? Is everybody ready for some winter break? If you're in school, you probably just had a horrible, boring day of watching movies, and so you're getting ready to hang out and chill for the next couple of weeks. And if server's full. Alright, we are just gonna go elsewhere for the moment. I'll check back in later. And then if you're working, are you off work until after New Year's at this point? I am, and I am happy about it. Oh. I'm going to do some solo driving because my preferred server that we got everybody in got booked like that, as it should be. That's how we want to raid a friendly server and show them some love with the crew. But I'm going to drive on Akagi for a little bit, or try to. I've never actually tried this map outside of the initial 2 games. Crazy Custom says you can get the track in the door-to-door Discord, although if you just Google search it, you can find it there as well, because that's how I got it. I'm not at all familiar with how they set up this map, so I assume that there's quite possibly a track down here, or Raging Death. Let's see. Nope, okay, it's just a very steep downhill. Let me see if this begins to look familiar. We might just be doing some very chill, just chatting type stuff while I figure the course out. Speaking of just chatting, did I leave it on just chatting? Why, of course I did, because that's what we do every single stream. Glad to have gotten that out of the way. There we go. So, I decided to bounce into Mount Akagi for Assetto. I know Akagi from Initial D, although without a course map, and on the triples where I have a difficult time judging distance, I'm not really sure how it's going to go. If that was any indication, it's going to go terribly. And I don't have a course map, so I actually have... Yeah, this car is sliding a ton. I'm not gripping up nearly as much as I think, so I'm going in way too fast. The biggest problem I'm having adjusting to my triples is that when I'm looking out the side monitors, my ability to judge speed is just as bad as when I first started sim drifting in the first place on single monitors. So there's a lot of times that I think that I'm lining up perfectly and then I smack into the wall like 20 miles an hour, way too fast. Or I come to a full and complete stop, like I did just there, because I'm trying to be cautious to avoid the previous issue that I just described. But we're going to try sight reading, a Touge course that, in the dirt, I know a little bit about from video games that drive nothing like this one. I don't even know where the hell I'm at right now, too. I do not recognize it. This is one of the fast sections. I know that much. And it's going to tighten up. Yes, any second. But I want to practice a little bit more Touge moves because I recently got in touch with the crew at Gaia server and got permission to drift with them. It's one of the benefits of speaking Japanese. So at some point, the time difference is difficult, but I might like to do an early morning stream and stream with those guys in Japan. Oh, that's way too fast. Instead of what else we're doing. For some reason, my on-screen chat has failed to update, so I don't exactly know what I need to do about that. Let's see if I can refresh that somehow. Well, that's lovely. So now I have to stop driving an Alt-Tab in order to read chat. Streamlabs, you piece of shit. Rod Terra says Corsa, or Project Cars 2. This is Assetto. Remo, would you like my 180? I'll go back and forth. I'll look at some time later. I'm going to drive on here for a little bit. Noah, it's good. I can't wait to chill and get away from finals. Man, finals. Stress. Good time. ProDrider, what is up, dude? Since I work IT for K-12, I'm off for 3 weeks. Right on, dude. I'm off for 2, but 3 is the way to go. Cody says, sadly, respite care never gets a day off. Man, yeah, I guess if you get a day off, it's unfortunate for the person that you are working for. True that. My week, it's been okay. We are I just finished. I'm off until I think like the 6th. My mom's up to visit. She just got here tonight. She lives several states away. It's pretty long drive, but I wasn't about to go. Oh, you can really blitz some of this. Oh, too fast again. This car doesn't brake on this track surface the way that I'm used to it braking, and or this track is incredibly tight, like many more times so than like any of the tracks I've ever driven this car on, so it's throwing me off severely. Are we already to the multiple hairpins? I guess we are. God, I have no idea where the fuck I am on this track right now. That might have been the end of it. That was the end of it. Well, at least we made it to the end of it. Totally thought that would have taken longer. Oh. And I don't think it's got an actual track map, does it? Nope. I have no idea where I'm at. Excellent. Couldn't be better. You guys don't have to worry about getting off the server just because I can't get in there. That's totally fine. Don't sweat it. Wouldn't be a KameTrick stream without leaving the chatting screen on. Hey man, we got it out of the way early this time. I'm sure I'll do it again though. That's kind of becoming my thing. Drop an F in the chat. Pro Trader, I'm in the JZX90. No, it's fine. Don't sweat it. Though she says VDC cars seem snappy to me and I can't drift them. Have I tried them? I have. I have tried them only a little bit, and I was underwhelmed, kind of same as you. They seemed way more difficult than necessary when I tried them. I get that super gripped up cars are going to be difficult to drive, and that's what you're going to want out of a pro car like that. But at least either the track I was on or the car that I was trying, I don't remember which one it was just not anything that you would want to deal with. Like, I don't think a pro would want a car to handle like that. It's just, it was bad. It was very snappy, and I think sometimes the video gaming and the sim drifting crowd that doesn't drift in real life might equate hard with like better, because you know, normally if you're really good you play on the hardest difficulty settings, but when it comes to drifting I mean, sure, it's hard, but you want to make it as easy as possible in order to win and in order to do cool stuff. So, I think it's a little harder than is realistic. Panda, hey, what is up, man? Yeah, chilling, trying to die. Cody Strauss, did Steam break, or do I need to reload? Nothing, man. As far as I know, it was fine. Just the server was full. And I just discovered the amazing 180SX by WiseFab, and I had the time of my life at Ebisu Touge. Oh, the DW WiseFab 180? That's a really nice, nice mod. Windy, 2 spots open, 3 spots open. Okay. Cool. Appreciate that. I'm gonna probably crash this car a couple more times. Might as well work my way back up to the top of Akagi. I've been sort of dreading learning the Touge on Assetto because I know for a fact that it's so different from how Initial D handles. As it should be. Initial D is definitely an arcade game or a casual racer. But I have so many hours in Initial D. Second stage, third stage, fourth stage, I think fifth stage, and eighth from the different times I've been in Japan. I have so many hours in it that, like, I have a pretty solid idea of how to drive, like, Irahazuka and Akina and Akagi, and it influences the way that I try to drive them in Assetto, even though I know that you can't do the same things in Assetto as you can do in Initial D. So it basically means that I suck at all the Touge courses, and I overdrive them so badly. Practice can cure that, but I don't really want to practice Touge courses online until I'm somewhat not terrible at them, because, I mean, everybody would just hate my guts. And, you know, I would deserve that. Well, so, honestly, I stay so busy, and with my video editing as well, I don't drive a whole lot lately outside of when I'm streaming or when I'm shooting an edited video. I've just been really busy. I'm hoping having the triple monitors installed and set up will make it easier for me to do like a casual, you know, half hour here, hour there driving session. E-brake drag, hero. So that's kind of the goal, but if the server is full, I might as well make a quick attempt. Too much. Quick attempt at doing a lap. Oh boy, is this the fast part? Let's go up to third. Oh yeah, this is the fast part. Oh, probably too fast. I'm dead. Yep. I just have no idea how these tracks actually go, even though I drove the crap out of them in Initial D. And I need to probably get the Initial D mod where I've got like a little mini-map, because damn if I cannot figure out where on the course I am. Like, this is clearly the end of it, and that's where we started. But that was kind of fun. Something different. That was neat. Welcome back to alt-tabbing out of game so I can read chat. So annoying. Noah says, I just did Mahon in a stick G35, so fun and technical. Stock. Oh, yeah. Stock cars actually do pretty well in Mahon, I think. A regular Panda SR sounds mental. Reminds me of Okachan's S Ichigo from Yashio Factory. R32 is open. Alright, Rema, I'm going to hop back in. Or attempt to hop back in. But it was fun to do a lap up and down Akagi. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to try that Skyline out, see if I can get it. We'll watch the chat background while it loads. You're riding passenger in my car, chasing Aaron Losi in his Corvette, and my buddy Zach in his 350Z. So V8 power. Good old Oklahoma tracks. Such fun times. Alright, we are in, folks. What's up, though? She has to come, bro. Harrison, welcome back. Harrison says, "How you been making it in tonight?" Right on, good to see you. Noah, so I've been considering a bunch of cars for my first, and I've narrowed it down to two. The IS 300 and 350Z. I have an 8K budget, and if I find a clean high mileage IS 300, swap a 2JZ and an R154 in. That would be pretty cool, I have to say. That will be rowdy. Can I do this? I'm basically trying to get chat to not be a complete mess, and it is not working, and it's making me sad. I can kind of sort of drive with chat like that. I'm so aggravated that the chat overlay basically never freaking works. Piece of crap. Oh boy, I can't see anything, and I'm in a really weird driving position. Alright, let's stop what we're doing and adjust all of that. So we need to go to onboard settings. God, that's less bad. I'm like eating the wheel right now, though. I don't know. I guess that's adequate. Whatever. Let's try that. Alright. Rema, I agree. IS300s are much cooler than the Zs, simply because they're uncommon. But the Zs are probably superior platforms to drift on. I have drifted with IS300s before. I haven't driven one myself, though. Cody, a wild flying car appeared, no doubt. Am I trying to use Restream? I have never tried Restream before. I know of it. I know of it, but I have not tried Restream. I actually like that? No, God no. I don't like it. I need to get a little bit more gearing out of this car, most likely. That was the wrong button. That was definitely not the go to pits button. That was the exit the server button. Oops. I've been having an off day. Not in terms of my driving, but just in general. Like, I woke up this morning and it was Friday, and I woke up, my alarm went off, turned off my alarm, went back to sleep. And my lady was like, "Hey, you should really get up and go to work." And I was like, "What? Oh, it's Friday. I thought it was Saturday." Just more things like that. I've just not not been mentally with it. I'm not really sure why. So I want a faster second gear. So let's do that. And I want to make sure that I'm still streaming the correct screen. Let's do that. Can't stand the sound of Z's. Yeah, man. Z's are, they've got a very unique noise. That's all I'll really say about that. Cody, oh, okay, so is Restream one of those things like Stream.io where you can stream to multiple platforms at the same time? Or is it, just a software-based streaming service? Got a huge crew right here. Are we trying to go out, or are you guys just chilling? Where's the crew? I see him in the rear view. I don't even know if I'm streaming the review to you guys, but... Okay, so I lengthened second gear, taking advantage of some of the cool stuff you can only do in a sim. God, I always do that backwards. That tire is unacceptable. What is that tire there for? Somebody who actually drives this track, let me know if that tire is the clip, or if that tire is not supposed to be there, and the barrel, like the red tire wall, is the clip. I'm way too far back. Nothing a massive e-brake drag cannot cure. I'm over here adjusting my wheel settings to get a little bit more turbo power out of this car without even watching where I'm going. The result is evident. I will wait for the red car after the blue car to go by. Oh, we caught those tires though. Woo! I'm so sorry. That was like a hockey check. Oh no. I feel like this is one of those tracks that maybe doesn't translate to sim well. I'm probably going to take some heat from folks who actually drive this track in real life and strongly disagree. We'll see. But it just feels like surely the track is physically bigger than this, and it feels bigger than this in real life. Surely to God it does. Because this section is like claustrophobic. Like it's so fucking small. Is it actually that tiny? Or the other thing I sometimes wonder is, are the sim cars just insanely too fast and too grippy? Which makes a place that's scaled correctly feel too small, because they just zip. I like how that spectator is like a landmine. I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't run over people in sim. Except for Grand Theft Auto, which is the running over people simulator. Oh. And I can't see. This car is like too grippy for me. I always end up like way inside of people and passing them, and I'm not really sure why. Other than that, I'm a shitty driver in sim. I'm way better in real life. Luke VT, how's it going? Kame, what is up, man? Welcome back to the stream. We're just goofing off, doing terribly. Oh man, Rema, it was funny because like everybody at my work is going on break and this is our last day, and so everybody else on like Wednesday is like, God, is the week over yet? It feels like it's been 1,000 years. I feel like it's Thursday. I feel like it's Friday. I was rock solid all week, and then Friday morning I'm just like, oh, it's so good to be off work. Boop on my alarm. It was hilarious. God. Cody says, going back to the restream, it pulls all active chats you got going and piles them into one chat. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. That sounds really good because, yeah, this damn thing not working just... It worked for a while. I don't know why it stopped. But now I can't seem to get it to reinitialize. Initialize? Who says that? Sean says, is this Luke Fink's track in Australia? I didn't think so, but I'm not sure. SpiritDrift.jp. I kind of thought it was a USA track. I bet it says on one of these banners. I might have to go read a banner. I feel like if that tire was there, it wouldn't be for long. Dude, for real. Yeah, I'm with Rema. I'm almost certain that this is an American track. Maybe there will be a clue somewhere. There's a Fortune Auto tent. Nope, it just says Drifting Series. Auto Collect Storm. These are all US brands. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that. I'm not sure about that. There's Rockstar. I like how everybody's so polite about just drifting right next to me without actually smacking into me. Well, I'm sure they're loving the fact that I didn't actually pull out in front of them. I never, on like tight tracks with fast turns, I'm just not very comfortable left foot braking, which sucks because it's a skill I need to have. Misjudged all that. That was kind of a backy, that was cool. Oh, damn. Gripped up. Yeah, like I literally stopped. God damn it. Why are my lines so shitty? Oh, that was a straight up backy, bro. Holy fuck, you stuck it. There's no point in me being here. I'm the worst driver. OTM member went there last week for an event. It's his local track. That's cool. Blake, use this thing called Google. It's called Spirit Drift. Google Assetto Corsa Spirit Drift. I usually post a track link. I don't have it. It's just been a technically difficult day. I'm sorry. Oh, or that. Yeah, it's spiritdrift.jp. I mean, well, okay, sorry. I keep saying that. That's the name of the track and the series. That's the name of the series that drifts at the track. And so I figure if you look for that series, you'll learn the name of the track and its location. They have a website. It's literally spiritdrift.jp. Pretty sure. Watch me be wrong. Because who wants to be right? Ooh, that was a flying car if I've ever seen one. Oh, damn it. The classic come off the clutch and spin the car because you have no sense for what the fuck is happening in terms of weight shift. Wow. Harrison, that was me just a second ago. At a yard sale. Oh, second gear burnouts. They don't work. Getting straight to it. I don't know about following 8.6s. That tire just ruins everything, I tell you. Oh, that was definitely a tire hit that did weird stuff to my car. Oh god, e-brake. Nope, we're done. We're dead. I'm dead. Fatality. I'm sorry, bro. That was so not on purpose. There's a little wall tap for you. Just going between the K barriers like a good drifter should be doing. Come on, car. We'll do a bigger entry. Oh, that was rad. Oh, got you, Blake. Good. Glad I could help. Pro Rider, dude, I was just thinking that. It is a slippery track. And I really wonder about that one tire that just seems totally out of place. What's up, Windy, in stream as well as in game. Or in chat as well as in game.
It feels good to be a gangster.
That is a sound I've not heard in a minute. Let me bounce out and see what just happened. Travis, thank you, my dude. Super chat. That's the first super chat that I think I've gotten on stream. Thank you. Luciano Rodriguez, hello. You should try the Simply Sideways pack. Since you drift IRL, I think you would like them because they have more front grip than usual packs. I will try that out. Travis, though, Friday night slideys for the boys. Yes, every Friday we are here to shred Whether I suck or whether I'm just driving poorly, we're always going to send it. I hope you like the options that I present to you. But thank you so much for your support, and to everybody for your support. There's a couple different ways to support KameTrick in the stream. Obviously by watching, hitting that like button, and dropping a comment on both my streams and my edited videos. That always helps to tell YouTube that my content isn't complete garbage, and that they will recommend it to more people. And they have been. I think in the past month, I've gained like over 700 subscribers, which is awesome. And that is because of you guys who are already invested and a part of the community. And then you certainly can, if you feel able to contribute financially to support the channel in any way. I certainly don't make enough money to do this as often as I would love to, whether it's sim drifting or real life drifting. Although I take a lot of responsibility for that. I need to make even better content if I want to keep growing. But I would love if you wanted to offer some support through a super chat, by all means. And last but not least is to be active in the Discord and help make this into a community of friends who hang out, but also who are able to help get more people into sim drifting and real life drifting. I do pretty well on the real life drifting side, but honestly, I think that sim drifting is going to be one of the next big things for drifting as a motorsport. And all it would take is a bunch of the FD drivers to produce more content about the fact that a lot of them probably train in the off-season and in between events in sim. And if a lot more people started seeing that, I think a lot more fans would want to... Wow! Fatality. Oh, DFA'd me. I guess I deserve that for doing that to John last stream. But, you know, I think a lot more fans would become interested in joining in and having the opportunity to drive in the same practice scenarios that some of the big names do. And so, if that's the case, then there's going to be a lot of people, both like real drifters who want to practice, and fans who can't maybe get a real car that want to get into that. And a good number of them are not going to be gamers, and they're going to need help, and so we can make the best community for that on Discord, and that would be rad too. I think we're well on our way to having one of the best communities out there. We have got some sort of a server cooldown thing going on, so I'm going to give that 1 second. Oh yeah, and last but not least, KameTrick merch. So I don't have much right now. I have some stickers, but next year, I'm waiting until 2020 to do a couple of tax things and then really go a little bit more aggressively on the merch. I've got stickers. I'm going to get shirts made at some point and a couple other things. So I'm going to come out with a sticker line, and not a lot, but, you know, slowly, safely, financially, intelligently, we're going to offer some things. So if you want to show some love that way as well, there will be a way to get a little something for it. Travis, Brown Dyke, wow, first Poggers field. Yeah, man, thank you. Fred Redder, hey man, where do I get a KameTrick sticker? Hey dude, rock it on your Focus, that's fine. Spread the word, hell yeah. At the moment, the only way is to PayPal me $5, KameTrick@gmail.com, and send me, and you can include it in the message in the PayPal, your mailing address, and I will get it sent out to you. Diesel RC, what setup do I run? Diesel, do you mean... Oh, okay. So I run a Thrustmaster Club Sport, and I've got their wheel adapter, their Xbox compatible wheel adapter, which is on a quick release. And then last but not least, the wheel itself is a JDM Maziora wheel that used to be on my supercharged Grip Race A86 that I no longer own, but is still in town where I live, and I see it from time to time. Dolce says VDC is a pretty popular Assetto Corsa drift competition, and they give licenses. That's true. Is this Forza with the flying cars? Cody, you're killing me. Yes, it's absolutely Forza for Horizon. Why do they call it Horizon? Because we're looking at the horizon every time you hit this shit. I did that for you guys. Nahuel, what is up? BDC mods have a lot of power. Yes, they do. I wish they had a little bit more balance and grip. Hot boy, my handbrake is finally coming in Saturday. Sweet. Handbrakes make a significant difference on certain tracks. Go shoot. I'm with you. Their cars are hard to drive. Noah, super excited to see what's to come. Keep up the great work, and thanks for creating a community where we can have fun and drift with friends online and IRL. Yeah, dude, I appreciate that. That is the goal. When I lived in Japan and I got to see drifting, I'd already liked drifting in America, but when I lived in Japan and didn't speak very much Japanese early on, I mean, I'm pretty decent now, but I discovered that cars were a universal language, and I thought they were, but to actually go over there and be able to try to communicate and charade and point at things and have mutual understanding, like, oh, okay, this is what you're doing with your suspension, this is what you're doing with your, diff and your interior setup, things like that. I've got the huge chat window up, so I actually can't see where I'm going. This is great. I'm going to send it anyway. I really enjoyed that and thought it was awesome, and that was kind of the impetus for me to realize, you know what, like, it's nice to be able to talk to people as well, but anybody who likes cars, whether you're in sim, real life, or both, can definitely enjoy that passion for automobiles and for performance driving, which is a big one for me. Oh no. Oh, that was not good. I'm just going to park it over here, finish my thought. So, yeah, that's the goal. Thank you guys for being a part of it. Toshi, for real, hitting the barrier. Oh my god, that Instagram clip. I was laughing my ass off while I was editing that. I just saw it and I was like, I have to make this. Thank you for checking that out. Diesel, I am running... No, it's a Fanatec Club Sport 2.5. With the Fanatec V3 pedals you can see down here. And then the wheel itself is a 330mm, like real life car wheel, like a wooden wheel. Thank you, Doshi, for getting Yokta the track lobby, and thank you, Yokta, for joining the stream again. Mariano Sangolo, hey Kame, you should break down the stream videos in shorter bits. It'll be better for the YouTube algo. I should, maybe. So there's two ways I look at that. One, we'll drive a little bit here. I'm waiting for 180 to go by. So I worry about that. Like if I am live streaming in particular, because I have edited content too, and I do try to keep the edited content short enough that people will give it a click. I'm really surprised at how many people are taking the time to watch my streams after they're uploaded as like a vlog. Oh god. Because... oh, that was definitely a wall tap, but I got so distracted by it that I ended up wiping. For the live stream itself, though, like, the longer you go, the more opportunity you have to get viewers and concurrent viewers. So, like, that's good. But yeah, then I just leave the VOD up, and I was using analytics to figure, what do I think about that. I would not have thought too many people would watch it, but like the last one, and this one I feel like is kind of a repetitive track, it's a short track, there may not be as much going on, so I'm not sure if this one will perform quite as well after the live ends, but I mean within a week it had picked up as many views as it got during the actual stream, which made me feel pretty good about what I've been doing, and the channel has been growing, so my thought right now, oh gosh, yeet. My thought right now is as long as the channel is growing at a decent rate, then I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and if it starts to plateau, then I might change things up. However, one thing I do want to do, that's maybe is what you meant, is I would like to edit the 3-hour live streams that I do down so that if I have either a moment of cool driving or a funny wipeout, or if somebody asks a really good question and I go on a decent or possibly humorous rant about, something, about what kind of wheels there are, or how to learn a track, or this or that, then those I would like to cut out and present as like just a standalone piece of content for people who maybe don't want to watch the stream, but still would find a part of the stream interesting. I'm down to do that. Cody, same here, Noah. Honestly, I mean, if you look at things like GTS, it's now FIA certified, and the NASCAR Series has had a race or two broadcast on TV. So it's only a matter of time for us drifters. Yeah, truth. Truth. And, like, I may not be the best driver out there, but I want to be active in the scene. I want to be one of the people that everybody knows. You know, if you know sim drifting, I want you to know KameTrick. And if you want to get into it, I want you to contact KameTrick. You know, like, that sort of networking is where rad stuff can happen, and I figure the best way to make that work is by creating a community and giving back to both it as well as the greater drifting community and sim drifting community. Nice little tap. Speaking of taps, can I get a wall tap? Well, I sort of did. Oh, but then I had to cut off everybody. That was a heroic effort by those chase drivers, because it would not have been good if I was behind in that position. Yeah, all good, man. Thrustmaster TX, you don't have to get a club sport. I personally like the Thrustmaster, it's like the 300 or the T300. It's the 300 series, it's a belt drive wheel. TMX is okay, anything less than TMX I personally would say save until you can get. But T300 or 300T, something to that effect. I need to make a video on it, and then I'll remember the name. But that would be my recommendation. Oh, Doshi's got it. T300RS, yes. Save up and get one of those. Ooh, damn. Oh, that was intense. Ouch. I love the wipeouts happening at this track. I promise I'm not like a total NASCAR only watch for the crashes type of guy, but yikes. Prodby 7000, hey, welcome to the stream. Do you have any videos on how to drift? I'm just now getting into this. Well, first of all, welcome both to my channel and to sim drifting as well. I don't have really any videos on how to stream right now, but to be perfectly honest, what I wanted to do with this part of the channel was do, I'm going to trust that guy could see, because I certainly couldn't. What I wanted to do for the channel was build it up a little bit first so that I had an existing audience, and then dive into making a How to Drift series. And I might make a How to Drift series for other games later, even though it's probably the same content. You know, there are some people who don't want to watch an AC video to learn how to drift in Go for Speed or Forza, and I'm sure there will be small differences, but yeah, I'm actually going to be working on that content. I only do like one edited video per year. Oh my. But, sorry, I only do one edited video per week at most, so it may take a while, but I want to make a series. Ooh, that was an aggressive charging. That's I'm not bashing into it. Windy wiped out like I usually do. Jeez, those tires though, they're freaking landmines. So yeah, how to drift content is coming. Kind of talking about that algorithm. I may break it down into separate techniques. So, you know, how to e-brake drift, how to clutch kick initiate, and then we'll get into the really fun discussions like how to time your transitions, how to learn a track if you've never drifted a given track before, because there are ways to do all those things. Come hither, wall. Oh no, too many walls. That's the wrong wall. Hello. Alright, one more. There he goes. This is a Tanda Buddies S14 that I am behind. So I was wondering, how does a WD street car feel? Oh well, I guess I won't get to find out when chasing a Tanda Buddies car. camp out right here for a second, because I know there's a few more chats that came in. Travis says, this is only the second stream I've caught live, but I do watch the reruns, so that doesn't surprise me that they did well. Thank you. For those of you who do watch the reruns like Travis, what, like, are they decent to watch? I know that, like, moments like this probably suck if you're not actually live in the chat, because nothing is happening. I mean, we've got a cool camera angle right here for you to watch. Actually, let me fix that. Make that even better. There. So, like, you can see other people driving while I stop and talk, but is it fun to watch these? I've always wondered. I feel like there's more value, of course, if you're live and you can really connect with the person who's live, but some of them, if they, you know, share neat information, it's still cool to see, even after the fact as a VOD. Me personally, I watch some people's video on demands after the live is over. Luciano says it self-steers like it should. The price is pretty nice. Only problem is the pedals. Yeah, I haven't tried those pedals, but for me, I think if your wheel self-steers well, that's like the first priority. And so then pedals are something you can mix and match later. I would probably rock those pedals and not really notice as long as I had good self-steer. Doshi, do you make videos? Because you should make a video on that. And if you don't, then maybe you can work with me and we can make a video on that, because the people rocking Logitech wheels need to know whatever it is that you've done. I saw you say that on our Discord earlier, and I was really excited to hear that. Luciano says, that's nice, I had a LED and everything, but it never felt as good as T300. And we're in DCGP into the drift comp, so I really need a fast wheel to transition in the fast tracks. Heck yes. Harrison, reruns are fun because you get to watch great driving tandems and also get some great insight through the stream. Thank you. Hot Boy M in the blue JZX. And Travis says, it would be cool if your streams were scheduled on YouTube a day or two in advance so that subs might see it scheduled when they land on YouTube homepage. I can try that. I'll actually have to... I'm a dead Fortnite player. I'll actually have to check on how to do that. Like, I've seen... What I mean is I don't trust it. I've seen the ability to schedule a live stream in YouTube. I haven't really looked at scheduling a live stream in my streaming software, because I stream presently through Streamlabs OBS. So I want to make sure that I don't like announce in the system somehow to a thing that like you can get a notification for, that then if I have to like close it and restart it due to some technical issue, that I just want to make sure I don't screw it up, basically. But I will check into that. Travis, I feel like if I'm watching live, I want to participate. Watching the reruns is like doing house chores and just like the silent conversation. Yeah. Rema, skip through the VODs at work. Right on. That's cool, dudes. Good feedback. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's kind of my thought is like, if you are at work or at school and you're able to... God. Don't mind me, that was terrible. If you're at work or school or, you know, doing some chores or hell, tuning your actual drift car in the garage, and you just want to put on something that's kind of fun and relevant, then that's a good way to go. And I think that's what a lot of people must be doing. But I dig it. Yeah, that was sick. So, at least in that regard, I'm getting the hang of the triples. I have gotten pretty good about dragging it along that entry, and that's something on single monitor I would not have tried to figure out how to do. Oh, that's too much. We're going for it. Oh no! I feel like I was mildly close to making that work. Probably was not actually all that close to making it work. And what about these tires though, man? They're like freaking landmines. I mean, granted, if you run over a tire, you'll probably mess your stuff up. I don't know, because I tend not to run over tires. I have such a good time running that wall, but I need to work on my ability to run the wall and actually complete the turn. So far, I'm just so focused on getting a good wall ride that by the time I do, it's not putting me in a good position for actually drifting the track. Oh, that was too much. Messed up my clutch kick. So is this hot boy here in the blue JZX? It's one of the challenges is like getting folks YouTube screen name and Assetto names to jive, figuring out who's who. Earlier, Hot Boy in the stream chat said that he was in a Blue JZX, so I'm wondering if I'm figuring out who's who. If you ever end up hitting me up on Facebook or on Discord or something like that, oh no, that was bad. You'll learn this, but I have a difficult time getting everybody's different screen names together. That's why I try to use the same screen name on all the streaming services that I use. So I think this is more how you would actually run this track. God, this car grips up kind of strangely in the front. But if I really try to apply some logic about how to drift at this track, here's my thought. We're going to slingshot in, aim at this tire wall. That was too hard. Take two. Yikes. Luciano, by the way, me and my friend have been drifting in the sim for some time now, and he is finishing his real-life E30 build. Do you have any advice on tire brand and model that will last a long time and they're kind of cheap? Yes, I do. It depends a little bit on how much power the car has, but if you want to start with one of the cheapest tires that I can recommend, I would buy, or I would look at trying the Nankang NS20 Noble Sport, or whatever it was replaced by. I think it might have been replaced by a new number, but whatever the successor tire to that is. That's like my cheapest practice tire that I wear. It's kind of a throwaway tire, honestly, or if I'm at a track where there's just not any good tandem to be had. But that's a decent starter tire that for my 300 wheel horsepower, 300 foot-pound of torque, vanilla V8 car, it generally doesn't chunk real bad or anything. Like it's okay. Very cheap, decent life, poor grip. Next up from that, I highly recommend the Kenda Kaiser KR20s. I think now it's KR20A, but the 300 treadwear one. That is another really great tire, and that's probably my all-around favorite tire. It has way more grip than the Nankang NS20. And it has as much or maybe more tire life. They're about in a 17, like a 245, 45, 17. They're in the vicinity of $85 or $95 a piece, depending on where you get them after shipping. I get all my tires from eBay or Amazon, honestly. But they do really well, so I would recommend those if you're just cruising. The only reason that you might want to be kind of concerned on tire choice is if your car has very little power. That might be a little grippy for you. You'll end up rocking, 50, 60 psi maybe. But they're a good tire. I like them a lot. Supposed to be way up here and then dip down. And, oh god, run the outside like that. And then come back in tight. I've never even watched the video from this track. Hey, what's up, guy at the laptop? That was intense. The car, oh, okay, here we go. The car has 210 wheel, so we don't need really grippy tires. Yeah, man, start with those Nankang Noble Sport NS20s, and if those feel awful, or like if they just don't have enough grip for you, go up to the Kaiser KR20s, the 300 treadwear ones. They're a little hard to find because they also make like a 180 treadwear, and sometimes, depending on where you get them, they end up shipping you the 180 when you think you're ordering the 300. At least that's an issue that I've run into with 17s, and those are too grippy even for my car for me to like them. So, but I would start with those two. Also, the Achilles ATR Sport 2s are decent. So, with 210 wheel, it's really going to be a case of something that isn't too grippy for your car, because a car that's balanced well that has too grippy tires on the back just gets wrecked. Like, not actually wrecked, but it's miserable to drive. You're trying so hard to make it drift, it's like you took away horsepower from the car to the point that it's hard to drift, so that's tough. Wendy, hey, yeah, man, I see you in the Blue JZ. Okay. Never mind, I'm sorry. Yeah, you do have the same screen name in Assetto as you on YouTube. Thank you for that. So many people, their Assetto screen name is like The Great Bacon, and then their YouTube screen name is like Bob123. I'm like, how am I supposed to figure that out, Bob? Federal 595s are excellent fronts. No. Federal RSRRs are excellent fronts. 595s are also good. I'm able to chunk those in my car, but it makes a little bit more power and a lot more torque. So they put Tando X WDT together. That's heaven. Yeah, on this server they are mixing the two. It's more WDT than Tando, but hey, here's a Tando car. And earlier I was saying I wanted to try following a Tando car in WDT because the main gripe everybody has about Tando Buddies cars is that they transition super slow. Which is true. They transition slower than what they ought to. That is weird. He's fast. I kind of described him as the bullet time of Assetto Corsa drifting. But the WDT street cars feel pretty realistic to me, so I'm curious if so many people, that was a sick backy, say that the Tando is not realistic. Maybe I can figure out if that feels true based on how it feels to chase somebody. That guy is so fast. That car seems like it's gripped up to a strange degree, like I'm watching somebody in 1.5 speed. Chasing you, dude. Trying to figure out what it's like to follow these cars, but you're going like crazy fast. Apply some cuts to try to catch up a little bit. I feel like that was nearly a spin and I might have helped prevent it. Too late on the clutch kick. My left foot's getting lazy. Must be all this talking about V8 cars. Super run to go here. I'm just going to let him go and worry about some solo laps. I was getting ready to talk about the course strategy that I'm developing for this track. And again, huge disclaimer, I don't know how the people that made this, that was a gnarly board slide, who made this track want it to be driven. But this intersection is so tight that the line that you take is really important. And I think I keep early apexing and then coming out late and just like not in the right spots. But you want to get tight here, and follow the chalk and shoot it up towards this tire, and then blast towards the wall, maybe do a nice e-brake drag to ride the wall. That turn I messed up because what you really want to do on that entry, in my opinion, what I'm guessing they want you to do on that entry, is to shoot in kind of deep and then make it into a decreasing radius turn. And the same applies to this last turn as well. So let me see if I can focus on that instead of wall riding. Oh, I had a weird clip right there and kind of lost my vision. But you want to go out super wide and then dive in tight on that barrel, which I missed badly, and then do something similar here, and probably come out wider on that turn. I keep ending up on the inside of that turn, so I'll start breaking it down here. So see, I'm going to wrap in tight on these barrels and shoot up with speed, butt of the car towards the wall, e-brake, and stay out wide at first. Oh, that was terrible, way too wide. But ultimately you want to dive aggressively back in on those inside clips, but I'm still mid-track and diving in like a car length way too late. Here's kind of the same. You're going to start out wide and then keep your eye on that inside tire and then wrap back in towards it so that you can make it down the straight. What I don't picture you doing is doing an inside clip like that, shooting to the outside at the last second, and then having to go like crab walk across the entire track. I know what I want to do. I'm experiencing difficulties making the car do it. And I don't know why, because I know how to do all of that, but it's just whatever inputs I'm doing are causing basically the opposite. Anytime I want to be on the outside, I end up going really tight, and because I'm really tight, I'm then getting like shot past the turn really far outside. Wow, that looks like a bad time. I'm a little frustrated by the fact that I'm having trouble with this, though, because this would be like, and I mean this in a nice way, but a super easy track to link decently. Like, not be on the wall all the time, but to just put the car where it needs to be. It's a simple track, it's not very fast, it shouldn't be hard. But I am just not any good in sim at it, apparently. Yeah, Luciano, do. Definitely film your first drifting attempts, too. It's really fun. I don't have that, and I wish I did. Because at the most, somebody had like a still camera, like a Sony CyberShot 1 or something, back in the day when I was learning to drift. But I wish that I did, because like it's hard, but it's fun, and just the feelings that you have at the time, you might end up frustrated at the end of your first day, or you might be super pumped. But to be able to go back and look back on that, it's pretty cool. And I've experienced that just through doing this YouTube content. But to be able to look back on when I was a true beginner, that would be awesome. I wish I could have shared that with you guys. I think it would give people a lot of confidence and patience that, like, even if you feel like you're just totally terrible, it'll be all right. You can get it pretty good. I'm still not very good in sim, so I'm showing you how bad I suck in sim as I try to learn it there. That's for sure. Yeah, Doshi says that Tandem buddies can run street tires, and maybe that is why it is feeling so much faster. Cody, I feel like this track should be ran the other way. It looks like it would flow better. Yeah, maybe so. Hot Boy, in-game name is TSC Mark. Oh, okay. Yeah, you just got sort of stuck on the barriers there. Okay, so you're in the dark blue, or you at least were in the dark blue. JZX, here you are. What's up, boy? Yeah, fun fact, a little Japanese language and culture for you. So As you probably know, Kame is Japanese for tortoise or turtle, like in KameTrick, because my car looked really slow, but it was actually pretty quick in the turns. However, if you get the car stuck, like on the frame rails, for example, by going off track and dropping the wheel, the Japanese call that Kame shita, which basically means you turtled it, or you got stuck, and your feet can't touch the ground. So, just a little fun tidbit. And basically what they're saying is Kame, which is turtle, and then shita is, or shimashita, is a verb. It basically means that you did it. So it's literally like saying, I turtled it. Which is not what I want to be known for. That's not really something that goes into the KameTrick name. But I certainly have done that before. Go tight and dodge that. Alright, close to the wall lets you get close to the wall again. Now we're going to dive in tight on this apex. As I spin it, basically, that was too tight, but you get the idea. And then that's going to let you be wide and dive in tight here, and that's going to let you go wide here. And basically, if you start wide, it's easier to end wide. And if you start tight, it's often easier to end wide if you're overspeeding. Or it's easier to end tight if you're not. There, see, and now we're going to stay out wide. And then kind of dive in on that. This, I'm not really sure if that's what I need to do or not. I really want to be, personally, like emotionally, I want to be tight on that last red, like, tire pylon thing. I'm curious. Somebody who actually drifts here. I know I can look up a video, but obviously I'm driving, so I'm not going to. Oh god. Somebody who actually drifts here, let me know what the preferred line is for this course. And those of you in stream, are you enjoying this track? Are you getting bored? Are you ready to see something different? I can, I don't know if anybody else will hardly notice and move, but we can always go to a different track if you are ready to see something else. I don't think we can get everybody who's here, because not everybody's in like chat and whatnot, to just stop and run it reverse, although that would be cool. But let me know what you think. FM4 strikes again. Nah, man, that was gnarly. It was funny. We're in Portugal, and here the drift community isn't huge. We don't have that many high horsepower and well-built cars, so it gets kind of hard. Oof. Oh, do a barrel roll. I don't know if you can see the review there. That was good times. Yeah, that was kind of early days drifting where I was at, too. I grew up in the middle of, well, sort of the eastern middle U.S., and there wasn't drifting, like formal drift events there for a long time, so I was driving to other states, which would be, you know, 4 or 5 hour drives, and like street driving the car, I was drifting to another state, 4 or 5 hours, drifting all day, and then street driving it back, so I had to be careful, and it didn't make a whole lot of power at the time, so same car I have now. It worked out well, but I remember one thing that's really nice though is it doesn't tend to break a lot because you don't push that much strain on the car, and also it's pretty quick on, or pretty cheap, sorry, on tires, because you don't overheat them so much, so that's pretty nice. Flo, hey, what is up, man? I'm gonna be on until midnight, so that is about another hour. Stout little bump, somebody got me. Kyle says, is the Japanese pack all you need for this game? I believe so. Just the base game and Japanese pack for all the stuff that I do seems to work. I don't have any of the other packs. JDM, Maniac, oh, hitting the brakes, not hitting me, thank you. Wendy, so you saw sim drifting hitting the streets, heck yeah. TFTX Venom, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I'm getting a PC for Christmas. I have a sim rig, so I can't wait to link up with you soon. Yeah, man, let's do it. We'll be out on Friday. Ryan, what's up? Hey man, what kind of steering wheel do you have on your actual drift car? I have a Nardi Torino. Let me see if I can actually show you that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if you can see my wheel, because this is my car that we're in. I know that this one you can't, but nope. Maybe I'll give this 1 second and I'll talk while we do. We'll see if a clip, because these are randomized clips that I have. This is all my footage, but stuff that I've built over the years of doing this YouTube stuff. We'll probably get to see a clip of my wheel come in. And if not, I'll jump to the I can jump to the be right back screen if like my camera here is in the way. So I will let you see my lovely Nardi wheel. I really like it. It's a like a perforated leather, not a suede type of wheel, so you can just use it with your bare hands. It feels really good in the hand. It's a 350 deep cone or deep dish, so all about that. So you still sim drifting. Wendy, I used to when I was younger. Not worth all the trouble these days. For real. The roads in Indiana are garbage too. Good way to chunk up tires real quick. So man, I was in Kentucky when I was learning to drift back in the day, and I was going up to events in Ohio and Pennsylvania. So I am familiar a little bit with that area of the country-ish, and there probably wasn't a whole lot in Indiana too for a while. Is there stuff now? Wendy says we should switch it up. I kind of agree. Noah, you agree as well. Haven't thought about getting face track hardware or Oculus Rift. Oh, Luciano, hey man, take it easy. Thank you for checking out the stream. I will see you next time. If you have any other questions, feel free to hop into the Discord and ask away. I have tried Oculus Rift. I got horrible VR sickness. I borrowed a kit for like 2 months, and the most I could ever drive was like 4 minutes. And then I felt bad for like 45 minutes to an hour after that. So I've thought about it, yes. I'm not sure I'm going to soon. Alright, everybody's about stoked to switch it up. How much for the wheel, like the servo wheel, this part? This particular wheel is, I don't know, 500. It's kind of high. Dolce, I'm near Texas Motor Speedway. I am, I'm about 3 hours north of Texas Motor Speedway. I go down there usually every year. I used to work with Formula Drift Race Ops back when they had events in Texas. I was the guy that was stopping the cars during Top 16 with the little flag and then points out who wins, which is kind of pointless in Texas because they have the huge TV, and so everybody can see who wins before they tell me on the radio, because that's a live feed. So I'm like looking at the screen too, and then I see it, and it'll say like, you know, okay, James Dean won, and then I'll be like, you win, James, and then they'll say James Dean won. I'm like, yeah, I know. We all know. Just the rim. I do not know. I got the rim used, and it is not for sale. But if you Google search Maziora wheel, M-A-Z-I-O-R-A, that is it's basically a chameleon paint wheel. You can find them occasionally. They're hard to find. Usually, like the last time I looked, the things that came up were from like 2013. So, I don't know if it'll be an easy find, but hopefully you can find one. Maziora wheel. Ian Vasquez, I downloaded Content Creator today, maybe Content Manager. After that, my wheel is recognized in the software, but when I get into practice, it doesn't work. You need to map your stuff. You go into, I forget where it is, Assetto Corsa, I'll check. You go into Assetto Corsa Content Manager settings, and then I'm just exiting the server, waiting on it to load. And once it does, I'll be able to complete that sentence because I don't have a perfect visual image of the track. So it's settings, Assetto Corsa, controls, and then your input method, you're going to select wheel. And for steering, basically, if it doesn't auto-detect, you can click this little box and it'll... I don't have an ability to screen that, I just don't have it set up to stream that, sorry. But you'll be able to like click a box under steering, move the wheel, and it'll detect that axis for that. And then the same for throttle. You'll like click throttle, pump the throttle pedal, click brake, pump the brakes, clutch, pull the handbrake. And then for the shifter, you shift into, like, select gear 1, shift into it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. And that basically covers it. I want to see what other tracks we have got. What do we have right now? Cody's is rocking a US Air map. KameTrick Drift Server 2, hosted by ResDog, is on Shinjuku Kart. Those are all running a 501 pack, which is not one of my favorites. But if you guys want to go to either US Air, Mega Tamada, Shinjuku Kart Night, or some classic Tando buddies at Drift Playground, let me know, and we can go to that. Oh, those are 4 hours south of Texas Motor Speedway. Okay. So, do you go to the Houston Police Academy events that Lone Star runs with Aaron Losey, or do you check out the Gulf Greyhound Park events? I think that Club Loose Texas is down somewhere in that vicinity. I haven't made it out to a Club Loose event yet. But I will probably make it to one of the Houston or Austin Lone Star events, so we could probably hang out. There's my wheel. You can barely see it. That was not a very good clip. But yeah, Ian, that's the general file path. I want to make a content manager, a couple of tutorials on it too. Noah says, I don't know why, but recently I've been digging R33 wheels on drift cars. Yeah, no, I kind of like those wheels too, actually. Ian, when you go into the actual game, does your, like, for me, my wheel is fine, but my throttle always, like, pegs the first couple of times, and so generally I'll get everything plugged in, I'll turn on the wheel, let it do its little spin check or whatever, then I'll start Content Manager, I'll go to the settings, verify that all the axes are being read, like, I don't remap them, I just move them and make sure that it's, like, showing that they're moving, and then I'll go to single player drive just because it generally loads faster. And about 50-60% of the time it still won't work, and then I'll close Content Manager, and then I'll reopen Content Manager and do the same thing, and then it does work. So it's not every time, but I have that issue too. Sometimes I just have to rebind or like start and restart the software once or twice. I'm not sure why. Maybe somebody in chat does. Yeah, Flo's pretty much on the same page as me. Sometimes you just got to remap it. Do we have any Dorito-powered cars? We have some on the 501 Angle Pack. I really want to drive a Barrett RX-7. Those are fun cars. I dig them. Cody, you want to go to your drift server? Cody's drift server, HT US Air Motorsports. It's only got 13 minutes on it, but we could go there. Let's go to US Air. I'm going to be the first to do it. Let me drop this into the Discord real quick. Oh, Flo, as I'm getting in the Discord, I see that you messaged me. Yeah, I'll be on, like I said, for about another hour at most. Then I should probably crash. Running 501 Angle Pack. The 501 Angle Pack I don't have a link for. There's a link in the Discord, but I know that it's been updated a few times. Actually, I may not be able to join that. I've had some issues. I need to update my cars. I'm going to try and join real quick and see if it even lets me. If not, then that's clearly not where I'm going to go. Yeah, Flo, if you want to put yours up, that'd be cool. I'll see if this lets me in real quick, but Red Rider says the drift scene here in Houston has died a bit. Yeah, I'm concerned about the drift scene in North Texas. Oh, it seems like it worked. Actually, just because Mineral Wells got closed, and TMS, there's only a few events per year because it's super expensive, I'm sure. So basically, if you are wanting to drift in North Texas, you might as well come up and party with me in Oklahoma because it's just as far as going down to South Texas. And we have arguably better real circuits like this one on screen here when my car was covered in like $500 of LEDs for a music video. But let's see. Oh, my bad. We have a different Cody. Sorry, I thought you were Cody from Discord, who is not on tonight. Miss you, Cody. But thank you for being in stream. Different Cody than the other one I'm talking about. What do you mean bind to Assetto again? I'll let you guys can help him in chat. OTM has a Touge and Austin has an Austin server up. I don't have Austin. For the moment, I'm just gonna run this Cody's Drift server. And you guys can hop in there for me, or with me if you want to. I'll switch us back over. Will it show the car? I think it should show the car, yep. Fuji Short? I haven't driven Fuji Short Flow, but I will give it a try. But for now, I'm gonna check out this US air map. Who's that? Oh, I like that you can't see it on the screen. I have no idea if I'm even going the right way just yet. They have a little, I'm going the wrong way. This is 100% the wrong way, but it's cool that they've got a spectator. Sorry, Rema. I'm totally freaking confused. Yeah, here's the start. We get Dorito sounds. Oh god. I know this track from Final Bout videos, but I haven't practiced on it any. You guys probably get tired of hearing me say that I don't know the tracks. Whoa, I really don't like the 501 cars. I used to like them a lot, but we kept changing them, and I'm just not a fan anymore. I almost didn't want to come here because I don't like riding the cars. So I probably won't stay long. God damn it, I hate these things. I thought that was late, but I was just following you. I should have taken responsibility for my own actions. Jesus, fuck, I hate this car. Full turbo, floored, second gear, gutless AF. That was sideways as all get out. I can't believe it didn't spin. I might as well just keep it in the grass, man. It's not happening. Don't like. Fuck those cars. I'll try this 240SX. Okay, also a Cody in Discord. I don't know. That's all good. Asman, what is up, dude? Good to see you. Houston, they're going to start using speed spores. Oh, is that the final bout track that they're doing? I was so bummed out because I basically committed to taking my car fully apart. And, well, I've got to pull the motor. I'm going to do some work on it. I've got to ship the wiring harness off to get repaired. And I have not done that because I was in no hurry. I figured I would get the car, like, running by June. And if it's running sooner, great. But I'll shoot for having it running by June. That was my plan. And then, you know, a month goes by, I don't work on the car because who cares? I have plenty of time. And all of a sudden, Final Bout's like, yeah, we're coming to Texas in 2 months. I'm like, fuck. So, I would have hoped to have run with them had I had the opportunity, but there's no way I'm gonna try to fix the car in time. It's just not gonna happen. I might come and check that out though. Yeah, this is the new rig. You guys finding the drift server? Oh yeah, Doshi, I hear you on the back pain. I'm gonna try out a 180SX real quick and just see if I have any more luck with it. Oh, jeez. I do think this is a pretty legit track. Like it looks and feels closer to the right size. Like sometimes, like I mentioned, I feel like the tracks just feel really tiny. But this feels kind of alright. All the clutch kicks. That is less bad for sure. Oh, I guessed too soon that time, but that was a good run with Rama. This was such an easy car to stall. Oh, it's close. Yeah, I just don't like these cars. Fuck these cars. Rama, I'm gonna hop off of here. I just don't want to drive 501 cars ever. Let me see if I can find the server that flow through up. Let's see, what were we calling it? Fuji Speedway Short Drift Server. But thank you for laying down some rad tandems, or lead runs, I mean. Oh god. Drift server is so easy to search for and get all the results ever. So then Fuji. Nothing to display. Flo, I can never find your servers. I don't know why. I frequently experience difficulty locating your server. Well, I certainly can't find it. The new SmokeMod and Content Manager and Custom Shaders pack is sick. Well, I can come over to your all's, let me see. You said you had Touge, right? Dosojin Touge, oh boy. I've got the track, I've just never driven it once in my life, but I'll come do that. I'll come do your Dosojin Touge. Oh, maybe it is Young Drift Machine. I saw that on there, but Content Manager doesn't actually work when I get the invites and I click join. It just opens some bullshit that doesn't actually do anything. There it goes. Maybe? Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. Sora Mark II, JZX, Laurel. Ah, hell, I don't have the track. I'll have to get it later. I'm gonna go to the OTM server. Sorry, Flo. I don't have the track, and folks are attempting to watch this stream, so I can't just be spending a half an hour downloading all this crap. We're hopping to OTM Drifty Skitty Boys on Dosojin Touge. And there are already some folks in here. I do like the triples. They're going well. I actually have been wanting to follow somebody decent. Sorry, Rem. That was a little too much. I've been wanting to follow somebody decent on this track, because I sure as heck don't know it. Am I in first? No, I'm not. But I feel like I just have no gearing. That would be like Paul Walker could do. Man. At some point on these Touge courses, you begin to focus on how to do just everything in one lane, but of course we always have to start with just keeping it on the track. And that is the end of it. Okay, well, I only died horribly one time. I guess we'll sight read the track. Oh shoot, I have not deleted the AI folder on this track. So I can't go the other way, which is probably fine because that would just cause a huge wreck if I did. Oh boy, I'm out front on a track I don't know, ruining everybody's day. There's a tight turn coming up somewhere. That was probably it. Yeah, the triples are pretty cool. I am getting used to them, sort of. Oh god, third gear, what am I doing? I'm getting used to the triples. I've been surprised at how long it's taking to get used to them. But they are nice. Alright, so here's where I did that course out last time. That was too much. The snapback is real. Ha! For real. The best part about a sim is taking your anger out on the car. Oh man, sometimes. Some freaking times. Duke of Hazzard, what's up, dude? Man, I hope I get a wheel one day. I have Assetto Corsa on PS4 now. Yeah, it's nice to have a wheel. I will say, just having a wheel can be a little sketch, depending. Because, like, at least if you want to drift, you need a wheel that's going to be good at self-steer, like a good belt drive Thrustmaster or Fanatec. I can't say it enough. Oh, there's that snapback. The turn I thought was the sharpest turn was right before the actual sharpest turn. Oh, there's another tight one. At least it's at the end. But then I can't go back up to the top at the moment. I haven't deleted that AI folder, and I need to practice in one direction before I worry about going two. Since we've brought a bunch of rowdy, possibly randos, I don't know if we can, yeah, exactly. That's precisely my concern. But it's fine. It's fine. We gotta practice to figure stuff out. Temporarily commandeering an OTM server to do it. So this is some third gear stuff, because I keep running out of gearing. And then some foot brake down to second. More foot brake on the transition. Horrible crashes. Clutch kick out of the horrible crash. Balance throttle going tight to avoid other horrible crash potentials. Oh god. Alright, let me go delete that AI folder, because otherwise I'm going to make some enemies out of people that I don't want to be enemies with. Because they are cool friends of mine. Oh no, they're going to get tired of me crashing into them. One moment. I do have this stuff saved, so I'm pretty close. Content, I think, and then tracks, and then where are we at? Dol Sol Jin Tolgat. I'm just going to rename it AI1. Oh boy, that activated the windshield wipers. Okay, I think that's got us. In theory, we should no longer have the inability to go uphill without getting kicked. Just imagine having a left-hand drive sim seat in the car's virtual layout. Right-hand drive. Yeah, it's you get used to it. Even like actually drifting right-hand drive cars, it's weird at first, but you get used to it. Alright, so come out in second, up to third on the transition is my theory. Breathe off the throttle to change directions. I waited, or I didn't do that late enough. Back down to second, heavy on foot brakes as we go into the plants. E-brake to extend. Come back in with a clutch kick. Lift off the transition. Clutch in and wait because I was carrying way too much speed. Which is always a challenge for new tracks, is going in way too hot. I would not drive like this in real life if I didn't know the track. Too risky. Charging up too much weight shift there and causing the car to do what we were joking about as that big snapback. I am not good enough to not drive in the middle of the road, so I'm basically ruining everybody's day for anybody who wants to come back uphill. And we put it on its top, and that's that. So yeah, that's how you attack the Touge course and die. I do not recommend you try this at home or in real life because of the dying. It's really not ideal. Alright, we're behind Flo. We're going to see if we can keep it in third. We cannot. It's way too fast to be in third, but I wish I had more gearing for this turn. Oh, here come the boys. Oh, that sneeze though. I keep snapping the car right there. I'm being extra gentle with it and it's making me drive it poorly. Arguably I made it to the base of the mountain this time. Oh great, I still have the you're going the wrong way thing of doom, even though I'd renamed the AI folder. Well, that means I'll get kicked if I proceed up the mountain. That's impossible. That's really annoying. I don't think I should get real head motion. I have triple monitors. Noah's just about to leg my ass off on this map. That's fair. Duke, this is one game I wish was cross-platform. Yeah, so many good mods available for for PC version. It's like a whole different game. So thank you. Oh boy, these cars over rotate way too fast. I like them on road courses that are a little bit faster, but it is I'm struggling with over-rotation a little bit too. And with just having shit gearing. Where I immediately am on rev limiter in second gear, and if you have no wheel speed, you have no drift. But that's just me driving poorly. Like bad strategy for how much RPM I'm carrying and stuff like that. Or I might have to leave the game for it to work. Oh, damn it. Alright. Good to know. I've never messed with deleting the AI files, but hopefully it'll work, because, I mean, we're screwed either way. There's going to be people coming both directions with the way that we are not disciplined right now. Everybody's just sending it. Okay, this, in theory, should work. I have removed the AI, I have joined in. I just got up to the front with everybody. Watching me learn a track in Sim is probably really frustrating, because all I do is I just fucking send it, destroy the first turn, obliterate the car until I quit destroying the first turn, and then I destroy the second turn until I quit destroying the second turn. Like, I just don't care. I've driven carefully for so many years in real life that I'm just like, fuck this, let's go die, figure out how the track works. Which is not actually how I recommend people learn stuff. It's just not smart, healthy, or efficient. But for whatever reason, I don't take my own advice. It's probably because the only chance that I have to play is when I'm actually streaming. And I don't want to just pussyfoot around the track. If I've got an audience, I can at least entertain you with gnarly crashes. And then once I get good, like, I've changed tracks to a bunch of tracks I don't know like 4 times this stream. But normally, you can see me attack a track I've never seen in my life, or like I've never driven in Sim. And then you can go back to the end of the stream and see me not suck at it, and you're like, oh, okay, it's kind of cool to see that you learned that. I don't know, maybe that's cool. I feel like this is a zero effort stream today. I'm gonna try and stay in one lane just to see. You certainly end up going a lot slower, which may be an advantage since I keep wiping out from just sending it too hard like a fool. But who the heck knows, man. If sight reading this track, oh, too tight, using the entire road wasn't hard enough, maybe sight reading it using just one lane will be. That was actually not terrible. Well, that is, though. The guardrail being on that side is going to mess me up. Oh, come on, car. Oh, misread that blind turn. I feel like this is way harder. I'm trying so hard not to cross the center lane, and now I'm fucking blind. Worthless. Welcome to the, it's late and we're doing a bad stream with lots of swearing, and everybody except for me drives good. It's alright. It's alright. These days happen. Imagine driving on controller. I have to relearn how to drift every time I play. I can't even drive the FDRX7 because it's overpowered and gets too much angle. Yeah, yeah. You've got to get the steering rotation speed set to be close enough to right most of the time, because you're basically going from no lock with like a thumb to full lock, and that is just not. If you actually drove a car like that, it would drive as poorly as it does in Assetto. It's just not how you drive. So yeah, it's tough on controller. I tried it. I feel your pain. Art Crenshaw, it's hard to break the habit of reel it back in learning on a sim. Yeah, yeah, it's just, if you know that there's no risk, you kind of sometimes don't take it as seriously as you should. I do the same thing on my sim and it really is inefficient. I spend probably twice as long trying to break bad habits I pick up along the way. Yeah, like, one good thing for me is that I have so much real life experience that if I want to, I can just, and not have too many bad habits, but it's just a terribly slow way to learn. And sometimes it's frustrating, but I think I'm just, I'm streaming on Friday. It's been a tough, long week, and I'm just ready to let it go. You know what I mean? So, some of that, too. If it was, a Saturday morning and I had gotten sleep and I was, alert, I would probably approach it differently. Thomas Schaefer, what button box is that? I actually don't have a button box. This is a Fanatec Xbox hub adapter, so it's a quick release, and then it's got buttons in it that mount to the back here with a grid of slotted holes where you can attach any wheel that will fit them, which most wheels do. My Nardi Torino from my drift car doesn't, but this wheel from my old 8.6 does. And then it's got basically an Xbox controller's worth of buttons on it, which is pretty radical. Rama says link to the other track if you want a more relaxed session. I appreciate it, Rama, but it's almost midnight, so I'm getting close to calling it anyway. I'll do a few more laps and see if I can get a little bit better, because I do want to learn this track. Yeah, fed the throttle for sure. Kyle, was my handbrake expensive? Mine was not, because I bought all of my kit used in one big bundle, basically. What's up, Brenna with the Devil? Thanks for the follow on Instagram. I always enjoy the pun of your username. I guess we're going in third. And then lots of foot brake. Oh god. Well, that just doesn't work. I can't follow people on a track I don't know that's incredibly tiny and you can't see any turn. I'll just drive in the middle of the road and get into a bunch of head-on collisions. It's fine. Who doesn't like head-on collisions? Trying to do this track. Not enough e-brake in the world for that turn. The way that I came into it. Trying to do this track all in one lane makes it a whole different experience. I'm not even trying to right now, but I'm just taking note of how many times I'm not in either lane. Shout out to 90s Golden Drift Spot Project for their awesome work, though. I really like all the stuff that they do. I feel like everybody was waiting because they're like, that KameTrick guy's gonna fucking kill us all. Alright. Almost everybody made it down. In the back. You know where you don't want to be? The back of a 30 car tandem. You want to be like the third car with your two best friends in front of you. Because usually if you're in the back, it is a cluster. Woo. Oh, I hit something called the ceiling of my ability. And we made it to the top without incident. It was amazing. Road Rider heading out. Thanks for checking it out. Appreciate you. Sorry. With the horde. Yeah, I got distracted by all the attempts, the failed attempts at driving. Jesus fuck. But yeah, the new it's 110, and I do think that it's a pretty nice bit of kit. I have not had any issues out of it. I can't stand this. I've got to get more fucking gearing out of second gear. This is miserable. So awkward and annoying. Like, driving a manual car in a traffic jam is really annoying, and having just the absolute wrong gearing for tracks, whether it's in sim or in real life, is so annoying. Of course, now I'm going to be going too fast when I don't think I'm actually going too fast, because it's only like the first turn where this is even a problem. But it just annoys me that that is a dynamic that I have to drive through. Next on my agenda is get an Xbox One with Assetto so I can play online with Adam LZ. Oh, does Adam play on Xbox? I don't even know what Adam plays on for Sim. I would have thought that he would have a baller computer rig and play with all kinds of mods, but I can also appreciate how busy he must be making the massive number of videos that he makes. So it would make sense that he would play on something a little bit more user-friendly and like straightforward. Oh, I'm too tired. My reaction times are going way south. I'm not even like unwinding and catching the wheel correctly. And I'm wondering if my force feedback is like up way too high for this car, because those damn 501 cars take ridiculous force feedback. If you make it to the end of this video, I'm sending you an astral high five, which is to say like a meditation high five from my soul to your soul. Because, oh, here comes everybody. Let me get out of the way. Well, I saw a car flash through. There we go. Because this has been a real train wreck of a night. I have driven terribly. And I usually don't drive amazingly well, but there are times when when it works, and there are times when it just doesn't. And everything that I feel like I've tried tonight has just been awful. So I hope that that hasn't been miserable to watch. If it has, well, you're the one who watched it. But it's been good hanging out at least. Always good to catch up, hang out in between the weekends. Oh, that was a nice little flick. That was like all the angle the car had. So at least there's something positive. I would have totaled the car. Oh god. Now where are we? Oh, they see me rolling. They hating. Shit. You should try iRacing one day. Yeah, I should. I should. iRacing is expensive, but I hear it's got good racing. And I do actually enjoy grip racing. I haven't done any of that on the channel, and I haven't grip raced with the new wheel. But minimize my chat window. I like how we're all just crashing into each other and no one is caring. Like, I'm not a completely lawful good person, but so I don't completely love it, but it's just amusing that nobody's giving any shits right now. That was a nice pass. That was not. Damn it. Oh man. Mood Jeffrey's out. Oi, oi, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. You're coming in at the tail end of it. We're all just being goofballs at this point and crashing into each other. Me, because I don't know this track and I'm not even trying to learn it. I'm just going out and sending it. Like, my goal is not to crash the car, but 100%, true to life, if you go out and you try to attack a mountain road drifting that you've never seen before, where you can't see one turn to the next, you will absolutely crash. It's just, it's very likely. Getting some good apex to apex. Tight moves though. More like time attack style drifting. Except for that turn. I need to use some foot brake there, and I always forget to. I can see. Well guys, I'm wrapping it up. If you have any last questions, comments, concerns, requests, etc., now is the time to make them known. Attempt to cut a lap with flow, but I don't know the uphill and I'm quite poor at it. Yeah, I'm completely off time from him. On a track this narrow, you can't even complete it if you're off time from the lead. Because I don't trust the car, I'm afraid I'm going to surge up on him and hit him. Which I probably will. So as a result, I'm backing off at all the wrong times, and that is causing me to be completely out of sync. Oh. But here's a little bit of proof I can drive Japanese tracks and roads. What's the worst thing about a 3-car pileup on a video game? Oh man, that is the question. Being in it. Coffee Hype Gaming, yo, I just woke up, what's happening? Hey dude, welcome back to the stream. We are just being scumbags, at least I am. We are on Dosojin Touge. I don't know the track, I'm not trying to learn the track, I'm just sending it as hard as I can and basically crashing all the time. Not because I want to, but just because, yeah, I need to practice and actually attempt to learn the track in order to not suck, and I'm not doing that on stream. So, yeah, we're just sending it, and I'm about to be ending it, actually. You have come in on the tail end, so I'm just catching up on chat. Matt says, when you download gauge mods, where do you put them in the game files? Coffee Hype, I think you're right, in apps. But that is a place for, English please, that is a thing to ask in Discord. I'm so tired I cannot speak. That is a thing to ask in the KameTrick Discord, link in description, because I don't do a whole lot of mods. Like, once I got Soul set up and Shaders Patch set up, I haven't really done a whole lot else besides dropping cars and tracks. So, ask in there, guys can walk you through it in a way that you can go back and reference the text, and you'll be set, and then everybody else will be set too. Duke Owen Hazard, not gonna just go out to Akina one day and 8-6 with a cup of water and magically become a drift god. That only happens in the anime. Yeah, for real. And even then, you know, if you think about it, he drove that track every day, and he didn't start out fast. You know, he got fast because he learned the road and was bored, and he was trying to get it over with faster. And while there's a lot of weird stuff that wouldn't apply in an anime, that would. If you just took a person and they drove the same road every day, then, like, especially if they didn't have to worry about cops because it was the Japanese countryside, there's not really going to be any. You'd be more worried about the fact that you'd die in the car if you got into an accident and had bleeding or something, because an ambulance would take forever to get to you. So, you know, yeah, you're going to start driving faster, and you do it slowly, and then you can get really good. That's how you need to learn IRL too, at least for those kind of roads. Travis, thank you again for the super chat. I super appreciate it. Take it easy, will do. Noah, goddamn, that was fun. Heck yeah, man. I'm glad that you had fun. I don't mind not doing great, but I was a little frustrated that I didn't drive better tonight, so I'm glad that you had fun. Yes, Content Manager. I'll make a video on Content Manager pretty soon, but it's free, it's very worth getting, and I highly encourage you to check it out. He started at 13, and yes, he was bored. You get bored of doing the same thing for 5 years over and over. No doubt. You sure do. Matt, if you don't happen to get an answer here right now, do hop into our Discord from the description and ask in there, because I am about to end the stream, and so I don't know if you'll get a full-on answer. But basically, one-trick pony attack and you'll get good. Alright guys, well, I sure appreciate you hanging out with me tonight, and every Friday starting around 9 p.m. Central Time. If you haven't already, feel free to join our Discord community, and then I'm everywhere else too. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. I don't post a whole lot there, but I'm trying to start posting a daily drift video on all of those platforms, and I have recently started up a TikTok and a Firework TV, which you may have not even heard of Firework TV, but all of those are social media platforms. They're sort of like Instagram, more video-centric, and I am posting a daily drifting clip from my several year library of drifting footage, at least Monday through Friday during the time that I'm working, because like the schedule and the routine of being at work helps me think of that. I don't really know if I'm going to do that over the winter holidays quite so much, but just search KameTrick on any of your favorite social media platforms, and feel free to like and follow on the ones that you want to. You know, no pressure. But I am going to be posting content out there so that we can build a bigger community, and hopefully it will unlock the opportunity for me to continue to do more real and sim drifting at bigger levels, bigger events, traveling around the country eventually, and, you know, hanging out with more people a little bit more. I make it out to a couple different states a year, but being able to do some more meet and greets would be really, really rad. So, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I appreciate it, dudes. Everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever your denomination, faith, or if you are even straight up atheist, but you're happy to be off work or school for the next couple of holidays coming up. Have a good time. Have a good night, guys. Peace.